They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Mahomes now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. He stiff arms him. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So from the 37, here's second down at a yard. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They run with a veteran here. It's Rashad Penny.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Smith, the man in motion left.
Throwing is Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it in.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
37 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll work down inside the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's going to be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Pacheco.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Eagles 0. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Shifts past him at the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chiefs 24, Eagles nothing. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
On first down, Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Swift, going to try up the middle.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL route.
He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's Smith to return it.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side.
He's to the 15.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Harrison Butker on for the point.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Eagles. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Mahomes now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. it was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to speed things up here.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and they will remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Here's Swift.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts.
And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. That's caught.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the status.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We don't switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then this time, better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube.